Hello and welcome to this special broadcast. Special live broadcast, and we are reporting from Sandeshkhali in North 24 Parganas district in the state of West Bengal. The same Sandeshkhali which has risen to spotlight for all the wrong reasons and for no fault of people, as people would say that it's not their fault, yet they have suffered for way too long. Thus, Sandeshkhali as a story had to be told, has to be told, and will be told. Firstly, I am privy to a lot of feedback which has come our way as why has NTT not gone to Sandeshkhali. I bow my head in thanking you all, realizing that you have such expectations from us. And while I would want to apologize that there has been a delay in fulfilling your expectation, but trust to me, I will not. Running this show as an independent journalist is not easy. Sandeshkhali is roughly about 3 hours away from Kolkata, and every step involves a lot of cost. But I'm not trying to use any of that as an alibi to say that the reason why I have come here late. No, but because you consider me as part of your family, and because I really consider you as part of my family, family of NTT. Thus, I'm giving this explanation. Sandeshkhali as a story had to be told, has to be told, and will be told. This is a special broadcast. While there could be some technical glitches because of low bandwidth, we would be filing a detailed story by tomorrow, having spoken to many, many villagers out here. Many, many villagers. While what happened last week was an incident of violence, but the violence possibly has died down, the simmering tension has calmed down, but the smoldering anger cannot be ignored. And the smoldering anger is primarily against police, is primarily against Sheikh Shah Jahan, Uttam Sardar, and Shibu Hajra, and is also against Trinamool Congress, the political party they belong to. And Sandeshkhali, as a place, has many, many layers. While the talking point mostly had been about that one viral video where women, while speaking to a reporter from a Bengali channel, had vented out certain very, very serious allegations against Sheikh Shah Jahan, Uttam Sardar, and Shibu Hajra that also revolved around alleged sexual exploitation of women of this village. While that is an important issue that has to be investigated, but then there are many other layers. Layer number one. On to my right, I will ask my camera person Shumon Gupta to pan very slow so that you don't lose the bandwidth. The entire vast swath of land that you see used to be agricultural land. Now, it looks like very serene, quiet, but possibly here lies the disquiet of people. Many villagers have spoken to, many villagers have spoken to, they have alleged that their agricultural land had been forcibly acquired by Sheikh Shah Jahan and his people like Uttam Sardar and Shibu Hajra without their consent, and converted them into wetland for fisheries, which is which is known to be a more profitable business for those who do it. But for these villagers, it is simply not a loss of a land, but it is also a loss of their being. Because this is Matribhumi, your own identity. And the villagers who never wanted to part part from their own patch of land. And now that the land has gone on lease, A, the lease money was never given to them. They never received their lease money. And B, they're saying that we never wanted to give our land, agricultural land, for fisheries. Also, for the past 2 years, the state government had been saying that 100 days work had, 100 days payment have not really happened. So, villagers who are at loss as far as 100 days work is concerned and payments are concerned, who are from very, very impoverished background, they chose to survive by working as laborers at these agricultural lands under the landowner. So, say, suppose this land belonged to XYZ, a villager from this neighborhood chose to work here as a daily labor, do the farming, do the cultivation, and earn a daily wage. That too was gone. Point number two, as why they're angry with the administration. Point number three, they are saying that they have reached out to police multiple times, and police apparently had told these villagers, go back to Shibu Hajra, we can't intervene, we can't do anything, you settle your matter with Shibu Hajra. And point number four, you also have women who have now burst out their so far silent agony and anger. Now, these allegations are all subject to investigation. But the very fact, the investigation would only be a follow up to a protest also means that people by now have formed an element of distrust. Distrust towards Sheikh Shah Jahan and his people, the political party that he represents, that is Trinamool Congress, the police who allegedly had refused to intervene and take action. And people are now saying that if you are a victim of distrust at the hands of very people that you're expected to trust, how can you go back to the same people seeking justice? Today, they are saying, they are being told that come out, report your cases to police. They formed a special committee. Very good. But people out here are fearful. As if they go back to police, file a case, will there be repercussions? And why am I saying all of this? Yes, there would be a detailed report to corroborate everything that I say here. I'm saying all of this to highlight, most importantly, the element of distrust. In order to give justice to people, it has to be a collaboration from all sides. If villagers are expected to go ahead and file their cases, report the wrongs which have happened in the past, at the same time, it is important to understand if they have not really done in the past, why so? I've spoken to so many women out here. And you know what? It is important for us to understand. You can speak to any journalist. The convention that we follow, it's a very principled convention that anyone can make an allegation against me. Say, suppose XYZ makes an allegation of sexual assault against me, a verbal allegation, and you go ahead and do a report on the story, on the issue. And eventually, if it turned out to be a false one, that would have cost my reputation. So the convention that journalists have principally followed, that if there is a case of sexual harassment, wait for the police complaint. Wait for the police complaint. As police pursue the investigation, we pursue the story relying on the police complaint. Because once a police complaint is being registered, the investigation is procedural. The woman or anybody has to give a statement before the magistrate, which is almost like an oath, considered to be absolutely sacrosanct. And basis on all of that, like the investigation happens, we also pursue the story. But here, while somebody must have questioned as why haven't they reported the incidents in the past, or if the people have not reported, why have others not reported? on behalf of them, I spoke to no less than 15 to 20 women. You might say sample size very small. Fair enough. It's still a sample size. And they're saying it is a village setup. It is not a cosmopolitan setup. It is not metropolitan Kolkata, but the village. And just not village. It is a neighborhood. Like this is called Patropara. You didn't even know. This area is called Patropara. Then you have Adibashi Para. Then you have Pukur Para. Then you have other such neighborhoods in this Sandeshkhali Block 2 village. So women are saying that this village, in this village setup, women feared for long-term stigma. They feared for social prejudice. They feared if they opened up to their family members, if the families would be victims of further political intimidation or social ostracization. Now, please tell me if these are genuine apprehensions or absolutely unfounded apprehensions. So while somebody might want to question why haven't they complained in the past, why haven't they lodged a complaint in the past, I don't think it's a fair question to raise, because more such questions are being raised, more would be the distrust here in this very neighborhood for the same people who are already reeling with distrust. So while police may say that they are expecting people would come out and lodge a complaint, and thereafter they would be pursue the investigation, they would be investigating the matter. Not really sure how many women or how many people would voluntarily go ahead, depose before police and give a statement. So far, police say they have received 4 complaints, and out of those 4 complaints, only one concerns molestation, and rest are about other incidents and other crimes. There is no specific complaint of rape so far. But again, I say, if there is a serious element of distrust, which is very much evident, like the eerie silence which you would find here, if the distrust is so profound, then maybe first thing first, it has to be an holistic approach to rebuild confidence of people. And for that, maybe, maybe knocking every door of every house of this village, reaching out to each and individual, giving them the sense of confidence that we are there, maybe that would work out. If the expectation is they would go ahead, take a ferry or go to a police station and then lodge a complaint, having spoken to these villagers, I'm really unsure how many of them would voluntarily do that. And there is a dichotomy. There is a conflict now. There is a confusion now as whether the convention which we have followed so far in pursuing cases of sexual exploitation, whether the convention should be held on here in this case of Sandeshkhali as well, and whether these allegations can be brushed aside. I don't think so. If people have expressed their qualms, they need to be investigated. And it's only investigation that can reveal the truth without any prejudice, without any fear, and without any bias. The truth has to be told. And I'm reminded of one incident. Hopefully, nobody would take offense of this comparison. It is not an analogy. It is not a comparison. You remember when that video of 2 women from Manipur, from the tribal community, who were paraded naked, when that video came to fore, I believe it was in the month of July, before monsoon session. That one video had also compelled Prime Minister Modi, who had so far till then maintained absolute silence, to speak about it, condemn it. It also had shaken the moral conscience of the entire country and compelled the entire country to raise their voice on Manipur. Fix accountability, seek justice. Maybe the viral video without judging the viral video, whether it's right, wrong, true, false. The viral video concerning Sandeshkhali, where women in the course of protest, while speaking to local media and of course regional media, had vented out allegations involving alleged sexual exploitation at the hands of Sheikh Shah Jahan, Shibu Hajra, and Uttam Shardar. That viral video has also compelled for many to ask questions, and possibly it has also exposed a dark underbelly which has so far, or maybe for very long, gone unnoticed because Sandeshkhali, Block 2, in the Sundarban area, so far from Kolkata, had so far been lost in obscurity. That one viral video has brought to fore that dark underbelly which demands investigation, which demands the truth to come out sooner the better. Truth about these wetlands, as whether they have been forcibly acquired or not. Truth about intimidation that villagers are alleging that they have been subjected to. Truth about the torture, mental and physical torture villagers are alleging they have been subjected to at the hands of Shibu Hajra, Uttam Shardar, and Sheikh Shah Jahan. Truth has to come out about the allegations the women have made about these three. Truth has to come out. Yes, we're reporting live from Sandeshkhali, and a detailed report would be filed by tomorrow. Please understand, uh, I'll take this toto, this toto I have taken from that ferry ghat to come up till here. Having spoken to so many villagers out here, I have to now go back to the ferry ghat, which is about half an hour away from here. So by the time I reach ferry ghat, it's going to be 6 o'clock. By the time I reach back Kolkata, it's going to be 9:30. So filing the story, the detailed story tonight would be difficult. But the story will be out there on NTT by Tamal on our News the Truth YouTube platform tomorrow. Do watch out this space. And once again, I say, thank you so much for all your feedback. While you have expected me to come here much early, I wish I could. But I say this, every story involving human lives and human suffering will be told without any fear, without any bias. Sandesh Khali's story, I once again say, had to be told, is being told, has to be told, and will be told. We have to wind up this live broadcast on this Wednesday evening from Sandeshkhali. We just wanted to give you a sense of this place and bring to fore a couple of very important observations that I have noticed. Hopefully, people would take them in the right spirit. And the detailed story, as I said, would be coming out by tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your feedback. With my video journalist Shuman Gupta from Sandeshkhali, Block 2, this is Tamal Saha for News the Truth. Questions will always be asked. Thank you.